Welcome to Xtalks Clinical Edge, our digital magazine where industry leaders, patient advocates, and top researchers converge to bring you the sharpest insights in clinical trials. In this interview, we're speaking with Moreno Perugini, President of Active and Medical Nutrition and Pharmaceutical Therapies at Nestle Health Science. We'll be delving into the strategies for innovation and leadership in response to emerging trends and technologies in the pharmaceutical industry, and more. Could you elaborate on Nestle Health Science's holistic vision for making pharmaceutical products more accessible worldwide? What strategies are you implementing to reach underserved markets?
Thank you very much for the question. Indeed, as a Nestle Health Science, having the products in the hands of the right patients after prescription is key. We are heavily focused with the current portfolio in the US, and in the US we provide services to the HCP for patients that might be in need through copay assistance program as well as other concierge services. More in general, Vera, I think that what we really believe in Nestle Health Science is that we do need to look at the patients in their entirety, and therefore we also look at which additional services they might need in order to progress well according to the medical recommendation in their disease and in managing their disease and progressing well.
Can you explain what a more human-centric way of delivering pharmaceutical products means in practice and how it differentiates Nestle Health Science in the industry?
Indeed, that is really at the core of what made Nestle Health Science also expanding their portfolio from medical nutrition and consumer care to drugs, and so far successfully, I'm very happy to say. It starts with really keeping the patient at the center of what the drug is going to do, but also considering additional unmet needs that a patient might have. An example is a patient going through chemotherapy. They will need drugs to successfully fight the cancer, but in going through that, you also need additional services. You need help in gaining back your taste. You're able to digest food, or your ability to have the right nutrition. That is what we do within Nestle and what we keep in mind. Specifically, Vera, within my responsibility in Nestle Health Science, I have not only the pharmaceutical portfolio, but also medical nutrition portfolio that is regulated in between drugs and food in the US, as well as some consumer care products where we can provide to the consumer and patients lean protein or anything else that is needed according to medical recommendation to recover sooner and better from the specific disease state.
Can you discuss the scientific and regulatory challenges faced in bringing these types of treatments to market?
The regulation is very different when it comes to approved and marketed drugs versus a medical nutrition or consumer product. So we do have different teams dealing with the details within compliance of what is needed to successfully go into the scientific and regulatory challenges, given that there are different benchmarks. I believe that what we're doing very good at, on top of the specificity of each of these three clusters, is keeping the patient at the center of what we do. As I said earlier, we really look at a patient as one human being having needs beyond even just addressing the specific disease state. And that's the way we keep in mind the product development throughout the different stages. We have a dedicated team to look at claims on the consumer side, as well as dedicated R&D team for drugs, as well as for medical nutrition and consumer product. And we try to keep this together as we bring any of our solutions to market.
What have been some of the key lessons learned from commercializing a first-to-market treatment through internal and external partnerships and collaborations?
Nestle Health Science historically has been innovating since several years, way before I joined. I'm happy to share with you an example of innovation in the pharma space with the successful approval and then commercialization of VOWST. That is the first approved oral microbiome technology for recurrent Clostridium difficile. We have been partnering since 2016, a long way, with Series Pharmaceutical in Boston. And we have been with them through good and bad time, going through the approval process. And then 11 months ago, almost 12 months ago, actually, the anniversary is coming soon. We have been the first to bring to market in the US VOWST. Very exciting technology. First oral microbiome, I was telling you. We have been surprised by how effective has been our, I would say, education campaign based on strong science, and how good has been the reception from the healthcare professional in getting ready to address this disease, recurrent Clostridium difficile, with big unmet need. I think that the market is ready for innovative therapies and has been really well receiving on this partnership with Series, as well as our ability, bringing in more this, if you like, human-centric way of raising awareness of a disease state. And so far, we're very happy with the outcome that we saw.
Looking forward, what are some of the emerging trends or technologies that you believe will significantly impact the pharmaceutical industry? And how is Nestlé Health Science positioning itself to lead in these areas?
I believe there are several trends that we need to look at, and then I will go back at technology if that's fine with you. In terms of trends, I believe we are seeing kind of a generational change on how healthcare professionals interact with their patients. For instance, less need of bringing them into an office if it's just not needed. And after COVID, I do believe it's becoming more and more common, as well as patient doing more steps and getting educated before even stepping in the doctor office. So we are looking at how can we be even a better partner in enabling that conversation between patients with the right education, with the right claims, the right education, the right trustworthy channel, and on the other side, providing tools for doctors to know what they need to know and to get up to speed with the right science and, I would say, technologies. Remember, also, we do gather a broader portfolio than just pharmaceutical with our medical nutrition and consumer care portfolio, and understanding the different regulation within compliance with the different claims. I also believe that doctors are getting more and more familiar in not only prescribing drugs, but also in providing recommendation on how to remain in health or to gain back your health beyond just the prescription. I believe that we can really, pilot this innovative way of looking at patients and their entirety, and we are receiving very good feedback from both patient, consumers, and doctors.
And how does Nestlé Health Science measure the impact of its pharmaceutical products on global health outcomes? Can you share any metrics or success stories?
Very happy to do so. We measure the impact on health of our patients by hardcore outcomes as patients are going on therapy and then moving out of therapy as the issue is sorted out. But we're also measuring how many patients are not only achieving the clinical health outcome, but also beyond that, quality of life or other indicators. We continue measuring how doctors are looking at the way Nestlé Health Science is trustworthy with our communication, as well as how many more consumers are looking at our website and other source of information, our communication outlet, or what is the next innovation we can bring there.
For more content like this interview, be sure to keep exploring Xtalks Clinical Edge.